Tune into me, watching Gully TV. How y'all doing this evening? I wanted to make this video before I retire for the evening because this is a theory that I had for some time now, for probably close to 30 years. I don't know how long Notorious B.I.G been dead, but I know I was in the county jail and I was about 18 when it happened. Yeah, I was like 18 when it happened. And I vividly remember this, and I always had this theory. I've spoken about this theory before on this platform many times. And this, since Diddy has been arrested, people trying their damnness to attach Diddy, for whatever reason, to the Notorious B.I.G killing. I believe some of this was fueled by some of the things Choke No Joke said about Diddy finding out that Biggie was hiding behind Junior Mafia and was receiving publishing or something of that nature for records that he wrote for Junior Mafia. I believe that was something that Biggie did to counterattack Diddy robbing him. So what he did was he wrote records for Junior Mafia, and he told Puff that it was them that was writing the records, but in all reality, I believe he was being compensated for it. I could be wrong about that, but Choke No Joke says something to that effect, that Biggie was writing records for Junior Mafia and had Diddy thinking that they was writing their own songs or something like that. But look, right, this theory is there's videos online, people talking about this, and they trying their best to. Even Gene Deal has said that Puff took him to his grave. He shouldn't have been out there and all of that. All of that probably could be true, but this is something that you can't blame Puff for. I seen parts of an interview earlier today by CL Smooth on Drink Champs, and if I'm correct, if my memory serves me correctly, CL Smooth was on the West Coast the night that Biggie got killed. They was all out there in California. And CL Smooth, from his mouth, said the exact same thing that I said, and I've been saying for 30 years. And this is something that Diddy can't be blamed for. I got a very, very eerie feeling when it happened. And CL Smooth said on Drink Champs, he got the same feeling. And this is something that Diddy can't be blamed for. The night that Biggie got killed, there was a award ceremony on TV. I believe it was the Soul Train Music Awards. And I remember seeing Nas perform with Mary J. Blige, and he came up on like a platform. It like came out of the floor and rose up, and he spit his little verse or whatever, and then he went back to the spot on the stage and he did just like this, and it took him down. And I said to myself, he just left the building. I believe he left California, but I knew for a fact, I was almost positive in my heart, I said he left the building. And the reason why I said that was, it was a very, very volatile time. If you was getting Vibe magazines and The Source and shit, back in the day, you knew every detail basically of what was happening as far as the East Coast, West Coast feud. And you just knew that it was a bad place for certain people. Probably everybody that was mentioned on Hit 'Em Up and Against All Odds, Cali probably was a bad place to be at the time. It wasn't safe. But at this same award ceremony that Nas performed with Mary J. Blige, Biggie got on the stage to accept an award, I believe, and I'll never forget it. He stepped to the podium, and the first thing he said was, "What up, Cali?" And It was a voice in my head that told me he shouldn't have said that. The way he said it, it was like he was picking. It was like he was trying to be funny or sarcastic, the way he said it. He was like, "What up, Cali?" And it was totally uncalled for, especially during this time. And I don't care what nobody say, it just seemed like he was trying to be funny. And that's how I felt at 18 years old. I was watching CL Smooth's interview today on Drink Champs, and he said the exact same thing, word for word. He said he feels that it didn't have to happen, and he really, really didn't understand why Biggie got on the stage and said that. And it sounds simple, but if you live through this time, it was a bad thing to do. Then people was mad that Tupac got killed. They was very, very mad. It happened right in the middle of a East Coast, West Coast feud. And the survivor, the guy that, Pac was at it with, was in California. And it was almost like he was trying to be funny. And same day fucking service. He got killed later on that night. And I wonder, do anybody else besides me and CL Smooth feel that the shit that he said on stage that night was the fatal blow? CL Smooth said everything I said. He said, why didn't he just accept his award and leave like we did? Why didn't he just accept his award or perform and leave like Nas did? CL Smooth said every word that I felt at 18 years old, almost verbatim. And to this very day, I'll never forget how I felt. And I'm somebody I'm a fan. I'm watching from the outside. I didn't have no feelings invested. Like Pac wasn't no relative of mine. He wasn't no co-worker of mine. Nothing like that. But I could feel instigating or being antagonistic. It was blatant. And it was kind of uncharacteristic for Biggie Smalls because he was almost non-confrontational with Tupac when that shit was going on. He wasn't really retaliating. He wasn't. If he was, it probably was subliminal shit that you would probably figure out later on. But he was not retaliating. When he did that, that was almost like the first time that he said something. And it was almost like he was saying, nah, I'm dead serious. And again, I'll never forget how I felt. And I know Puff had nothing to do with him getting on stage saying that. But I honestly feel that was the coup de grace, the fatal blow in regards to Notorious B.I.G. losing his life that night. If he didn't go to the party, or he did, there ain't no telling what would have happened. It's written, it happened. But had he not said that, I just don't think it would have, I personally feel that it probably wouldn't have added, it made the shit aggravating. It was like an aggravating circumstance. And this is a pivotal point in the whole incident. If anybody remember that performance, I think he had on a black suit, and I think he had on a black hat. It was almost like he was trying to be funny. And CL Smooth felt the same way. I just had to get on here for a minute and share that with y'all. It's been a long time. Biggie been dead a long time. Pac been dead a long time. But since Puff has got, arrested, there's all types of theories online about he got Pac and Biggie killed. Me personally, I just feel like Big did it to himself. Them niggas could have already been on his ass, but that shit that he did on that stage that night in front of California probably was a bad idea. Y'all like this video, comment below, tell me how you feel about this. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel, The Real Gully TV, hip hop, sports, and fashion. And follow my podcast on all streaming sites, The Dribble Podcast. Peace.